Are you looking for a really awesome and amazing graphic designer? How about an illustrator or a photographer? This is Raini Roberts, and I wanted to tell you how you can get my designer, illustrator husband, Scotty Roberts, to work for you on your project. Do you have an awesome self-published book but no cover, or even worse, a cover that really sucks? Do you need a kick-ass logo for your company or some f***ing awesome graphic designs for your ads or website? Then get in touch with my husband for the best f***ing awesome kick-ass design and illustration. He knows his stuff, and he's been at this for more years than I've been alive. Go to ScottAllenRoberts.com. That's Scott with 2 T's, ALANROBERTS.com to take a look at his online portfolio of work, or call 651-468-8115. Now go out and kick some ass with some kick-ass graphic design.
Hire my dad, so he can take me to Disneyland.
Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. It's Sunday morning. And while I may look fully awake, wait, did I want to say that the other way around? I don't look fully awake and I don't sound fully awake, but I'm fully awake. My brain is functioning. I'm on all thrusters. And I want to thank this Guinness coffee drink that my wife got me yesterday. She came home from grocery shopping last night and said, "Here, I got you these." And I looked at it, and it was a kind of a russety brown can, shimmery, with the big Guinness logo and the harp. And it said, Guinness coffee drink. And I thought, holy cow, it's a Guinness coffee drink. I'm thinking it's an energy drink laced with coffee. Well, I cracked it open this morning, eager to give it a shot. I didn't brew coffee this morning. I grabbed that Guinness out of the fridge, and I thought, let's give this baby a try. And I guzzled down a good third of the can, went, oh, man, that's good. And I held it up and looked at it, and it was at that point that I read the small print at the bottom. It's beer with coffee added. And I thought, oh, great. I've just had a beer for breakfast. And, well, Guinness, it's not just a beer. It's a meal. So all I want to say is this. Sláinte va. Now, what's that a sign of? That you drink beer for breakfast. I don't usually do that. I've never really done that, come to think of it. So... it's a great breakfast drink. So, yeah, it's oatmeal in a glass, says Dave Potter. So good morning. Oh, I see my lovely bride is staggering out. She's not doing well. How you doing today? What was that? I'm okay. She lost her voice yesterday. So she's got some kind of cold thing going on. So, hi, baby. How are you?
Good.
Good morning. Did you sleep well? Oh, don't let me burp my Guinness at you. So, all of that to say, I thought it was a Guinness coffee drink. It is. It's a Guinness beer coffee drink. So I am well oiled for the program this morning already, and continuing to finish the one I have. And I think it's only appropriate that I put it in my my Star Trek Mr. Scott Guinness or pint glass. So that's She can't take more of this, Captain, he says. All I remember of, well, not all I remember, but one of my favorite moments with Scotty when he was absolutely hammered drinking that alien under the table. And the alien falls on the floor, and Mr. Scott takes the bottle of scotch that's got about that much left, and he goes, "Oh, we did it, me darling, you and me," or whatever the quote was. So, Mr. Scott, a notorious drinker. Let's see. Good morning, Ellery, Uncle Dave says. And well-oiled and a little buzzed. There it is, Doug Stack. Hi, Ellery says to Uncle Dave. So, Kenny LaFarve, good to see you, brother. LaFarve. And that's just my pet name for you. Matt Finn, Master Finn, good to see you. He thinks of Cash's song, Sunday Morning Coming Down. There it is. So, so the day is off to a good start. Hey, Steph. I know. Flynn threw up all over the place this morning, several times.
Upstairs, too.
4 times upstairs, he said. So Flynn is not feeling well. We've been a little bit of a sick house of the kids. Flynn's been vomitous all week. Well, for about 3 days now, off and on. And Ellery's okay. She got a little sniffle now and then. Ro seems to be just fine. Mom has just totally been knocked on her butt the last couple of days.
I did barf, though.
You barfed, though. Wait. I did barf last week. Not to be left out. You did. Was it gagging on her phlegm? There you go. Oh, there's Steph. It says, hey, Mr. Minksy. I don't know why I put that up. I think I just clicked on it and it popped up. So there you go. Happy Sunday to you too, Steph. Good to see you there. We'll put that one up. Happy Sunday to you, Scotty. Why, thank you, ma'am. Let's see. Doug Stack says, you must quarantine. You have Kavlu 2022. Yeah, there it is. It's a new strain, Doug. So how about that? Let's see. I'm going to be sniffling when I go back to New England. Damn it. Where are you now, Steph? I must have missed something along the way. You must be vacationing somewhere. You got to stop moving around so much. You can't work the mouse. If you're going to sit here, you got to sit still. Yeah. Oh, shut up over there. My wife said I always had problems working the mouse. Is that a euphemism? We don't know yet. So I think I've always worked my mouse very well. So you don't think so? I don't think she's operating under the same euphemism that Mom was working on. Hot chocolate for Miss Ellery, says Dave Potter. You want hot chocolate this morning? Yeah. Well, go get yourself a cup of chocolate milk and put it in the microwave for 30 seconds.
No.
Yeah, you can mix some up. Let's see. So, you're in Florida, as they say down there. I'm in Florida. So, no. Don't be clicking on things for me, please. Good morning, Lucky, says Grumpy Stack. I think he's talking to Lucky Smith. Hey, good morning, Lucky. Good to see you. Glad you're here this morning. There he is, Lucky Smith. Lucky, what do you do for a living? I'm looking at whatever you're wearing there in your profile picture. Are you a doctor? A mad scientist? Something like that? So, hey, beautiful. I love you in your terry cloth robe, your velour cushy robe. I love you out of it. So,
No.
what do you know about nothing? So, little Miss COCK blocker. Can't say the word because, yeah. So Rainey is not well this morning. She probably won't be over here talking too much. And not going to talk at all. You can bend your face in.
I'm not going to talk at all.
I'm not going to talk at all. There she is.
Good morning.
And so, say something, Rainey.
I don't have much to say. It hurts to talk.
She doesn't have much voice at all. So, there you go. There's how bad she looks in the morning.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm tired. I didn't sleep well.
That is true beauty. When true beauty can overcome the horrendous effects of being sick and sleeping and puffy face and blah, blah, blah.
Okay, I got a cough. I'm going over here.
Okay, bye. Go cough over there. Oh, my, it's Rainy, said Doug Stack. Good morning, Rainy, says Uncle Dave. Good morning, Mama, says Matt Finn. Okay, you know what I'm going to do?
No.
I'm going to send you away.
No.
Because you wiggle too much.
No.
Every time you get on my lap.
No.
Here, there's another chair over there. You can sit over there if you'd like.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think so. Lucky Smith works in biotech. See, even with the chair, you're knocking into my chair, wrapping it up in the leg of my chair, and cramming it into my ankle.
No.
Yeah. Look, Mom's got something to show you over there. Why don't you go see? Hey, you want one of these? Little Kit Kat. Would you like one? Oops. You want that? Oh, go over there and get it.
Thanks.
Here, give me that one. Go. Oh, it dropped on the floor. So even when I'm reading a book, this one wants to curl up, but it's the jiggles the whole time. It's like, do your nerve endings not have endings? That you're constantly moving, constantly jiggling. It's so uncomfortable. My kid will crawl into my lap, and it's constant move, and you're constantly shifting. And here, stop, and eventually you got to put him down. You go, I'll hug you when you're older. So there you go. Kit Kat, I love those, says Matthew Sainsbury. It's 1-900. I missed something. 1-800-RAINY. Just $99.99 for the first minute. $69.99 each minute beyond. Yeah, you remember when those numbers first came out and you go, wow, for 99 cents I can talk to this hot babe. And you call them up and you get a bill for $87. You go, wow. No wonder they were engaging me in conversation. They wanted to keep me on the phone. So, yeah, those came out when? That was really pre-internet. Do they still have 900 numbers? I don't even know. Rainey, how's your 900 number going? It's going great, she said. So, feel better, Rainey, says Steph, who's down in Florida. Steph, what's it like in Florida? You getting any sunshine? Or did you make it before hurricane season? So, let's see. And I know Matthew Sainsbury is in. Where are you again? I keep forgetting. Barbados. Barbados? You're on some Caribbean island, aren't you? South American island. Something like that. So, hot chocolate soothes the soul.
That's what she said.
It says IDK. I don't know. With a question mark. So, Barbados. Yes, there it is. And so isn't Barbados I got to look up exactly where that is. That's so weird. I think of Barbados and I think of it as being a Caribbean island for some reason. Visit Barbados. Let's see. I have read blah, blah, blah. Close the window. So I'm looking at a Barbados travel site. I want to see a map of where Barbados is. Wow, there's some great pictures down there, Brother Matthew. I could go there. I've mentioned before, my grandfather had land on a little island off the north coast of Honduras. And we went down there a couple of times. That was a lot of fun. That turquoise, crystal clear water. And they had a reef around the island, so you didn't get the big sea crashing in on his beach. Yes, he had a beach facing the Caribbean, kind of north and west is the way he faced.
Not fair.
And let's see, I want to see maps. Where's the maps? Right there. Let's see a map of Barbados. And this is where Matthew Sainsbury lives. And, well, it shows a little island. So you are an island. I was right about that. And you are located, oh, I see, right where you are. Here, let me share this, guys. I'm going to go back over here. And this is for Matthew Sainsbury. Let's share our screen, shall we? Go here and share screen, and boom, and boom. There. Now you can see my screen and everything that's up on my computer over here. So let's go over here to make sure there's nothing naughty sticking up anywhere. But let's go over to, where was I here? Barbados. Here you go. All right, guys. Here's Barbados. There's the United States. This is where Steph is right now. If you can see my mouse. I think you should be able to see my mouse. She's in Florida. I'm way up here in Wisconsin, western Wisconsin. And here is Barbados. Let's zoom into Barbados, shall we? This is where Matthew Sainsbury lives. He's a pirate of the Caribbean. That's what he is. And so there's Barbados. Do you live in Bridgetown or some other place? You got St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Martinique, Dominica, Guadalupe, Antigua, Grenada is right here. Now, here's what's interesting. If you take a look at this, Matthew, let's just go over to the west a little bit. Here's your northern coast of Honduras over here. Wait, Caracas is not Honduras. Where's Honduras? I thought I was in it. Oh, no. You're here. And way over here is Honduras. So you're way out on the far east. Now here, north coast, there's La Ceiba. And Tegucigalpa is down in the bottom. This is where my grandfather lived. He had land on this island way over to the right, Wanaha. And he never developed it. He had like 750 feet of white sand beach. And there was not much there. It was all fishermen and fishing village and nothing built up at all. You had to get there by boat from Roatan. And so over here, Roatan is where he lived. He had a house right over in here in the Sandy Bay settlement. Let's see, right here. This is where my grandfather was. Now you see these two little, I don't know, can you see my mouse? I got to see if you can actually see my mouse. Yeah, you should be able to see my mouse. Pointing. So my grandfather lived in Sandy Bay. And this is where he had his house. And so right here, right off of Sandy Bay, were these two keys that grew up. This is all the reef out here. And it broke out here. My grandfather's lived. Now here's the free dive shop in Roatan. My grandfather had, it was right over in here. Here's just the main road you'd walk down. All dirt road. Hey, if you're going to yell for the dog, you need to go away and yell for the dog over there. And so, yeah, my grandfather was the dive master for a little hotel called Pirates Den Hotel, and it was right over here somewhere in this stretch of beach. But his land, Bailey's Key here, this is all full of palm trees and coconut trees, and there's white sand beach right here. The reef is out here. And we would just swim out there for my grandfather's beach, which was kind of right here. And we just swim over there every day. Take 2 minutes to swim over there. So we're zoomed in pretty tight here. And that's where he lived, was right here on the beach. And not much there. We would walk down over here is Anthony's Key. You see it's got a spa there. Now, Anthony's Key Resort here is we just walked down there every day. We'd have dinner at their restaurant. It was all open air, up in the jungle on the hill. And then they had out here on the key, they had the docks all here for diving. And you go out here, and this had all kinds of little cottages. Oh, there, you can even see them. There you see the grayed out areas for the gray areas. But there were a ton of little cottages around here for people who would sail their yachts in here and their sailboats and all that. And they'd go diving at Anthony's Key Resort. There you see a little picture of it right there. That's their little bar outside at the pool right there. And so that's where he lived. And it was all locals, all up and down this stretch. And it's all been built up a little bit for now. You see there's a resort there and spa. There was like 2 little resorts here back the last time I was there in the early 90s. And now it's all built up. So that's where my grandfather lived. And it looks like Matthew Sainsbury. If we go from here, the Bay Islands here, Roatan, and you just, there's Jamaica, there's Haiti, there's Puerto Rico, and then there's your Virgin Islands, and then there's Barbados. That's where Matthew Sainsbury lives, right there, Barbados. So there's our little guided tour of that area. I'm going to get out of the share. Stop sharing my screen. So that's it. Sam Lord's castle suffered a fire, but it's been repaired. It's over on Barbados. How is Barbados? Matthew, is for tourism right now. Is it going well? You got a lot of people coming down during the winter months to visit. There ain't no virgins on them islands, says Grumpy Stack. Yeah, I think so. Here, I'm going to have you sit down because your hair is getting in my morning beer. And,
What did that say?
That says, George Washington came to my island, Barbados, in 1751 when he was 19 as his brother Lawrence. So he came as his brother Lawrence? That's interesting. That's in the way to New Smyrna, says Steph. Okay, probably not. But yeah, we had some good times. Not Rainy and I. The last time I was on my grandfather's island was back in the early 90s, and he passed away in 95. And then they sold his property. The family did. And so I didn't meet Rainy until 2004. We didn't start hanging out till 2005 and dating in 2006. So Rainy and I have been together, you can say, since the summer of 2005. So she never got to go down there. And of course, I haven't been there since the early 90s anyway. And he passed away in 95. He bought that little piece of Wanaha back in the late 70s for about, I want to say, $8,000 for about 40 acres of a little tiny island that's about 3 miles in circumference. And it was just, as I said, little villagers, fisher peoples, fishermen. And I lived on that island. It wasn't built up. There wasn't a hotel there. There was nothing. And so he bought that. He was going to develop that land and maybe put up a little dive shop. And that's what he wanted to do. And the dive shop he worked for was Pirate's Den Hotel. And it was just a little shack, probably about as big as this office, this studio, on stilts on the beach. And I got to design a logo for them back in my early college days. Yes. What can I do for you?
What did Uncle Dave say?
What did Uncle Dave say? Love it, Ellery. Very funny. She must be doing something back there, huh? So, so there you go. That's what my grandpa did. And I was mentioning he bought that land for about $8,000 in 1977 or 78. He moved down there in 78 or 79 permanently. He just uprooted and lived down there on his house on Roatan. And he passed away in 95. He was down there in 90. I went to visit him in 82 or 83. I went to visit him down there and spent a couple of weeks. Then again in 90, with those of you who know her, my ex-wife Annette and I went down there. That was before we had our kids, Abby and Brent. So it's been over 30 years since I've been down there. And then he started getting sick. He got leukemia and something with his heart. And then that degraded him. He started just degrading mentally, and dementia started setting in. He wasn't too far gone. It wasn't like he couldn't remember us or anything, but he was having a lot of trouble. He came home, and we were going to sell his property, looking into that. Good friend down there, Mary Monterosso, down on Roatan, and her husband, Tito, I want to say Tito Monterosso. He was a local, big man, and he was a dive master that worked with my my grandfather down there. And so she was going to sell the land, and then he decided one day he didn't want to be, and he hopped on a plane and flew back down there. And he just kept getting worse and worse. He wanted to go through all his stuff, the stuff he had in storage in a bodega down there, and take care of his house. And we had to go down and get him. I think my cousin flew down to help him come back home. And then he passed away in 95. So now that property of his that he bought for $8,000, it sold in a couple of years later, within a couple of years, because they had to do all the probate stuff and all that, foreign country. They sold that for over $350,000. That's how much the area was starting to build up down there. So 8,000 to 350,000. My grandfather would have made a killing if he was alive. So there you go. And thanks, Matt Finn. My family history maybe isn't the thing that is the stuff of great radio shows, but it's good Sunday morning conversation, to be sure. If anybody would like to call in and the show and give your own story or have a little conversation for Sunday morning, boom, I just pasted the link into the chat room, and you can come in and chat away with us. So there's that. What else is going on? Of course, we have the Sword in the Clay Kickstarter. I need you all to go over there. If you like my work, you like my books, you like my illustrations, go over and make a pledge. Help support this. At the rate we're going, I don't know if we're going to make it, but we're trying. Now, when you make a pledge, it doesn't come out of your card today. It only charges you if we reach our goal at the end of the month. So we've still got about $18,000 to raise. And I know we can do that. So I am kind of counting on you all to spread the word and to get it out there. And hold on. I just turned on the YouTube by accident. I'm looking for where it is. There it is. So there you go. Here's the link, by the way, to the Kickstarter page. Boom. So you can go over, you can make a pledge. You don't have to have the money available today. It's got to be available after the month if we make our goal. So go get your book and go see the other rewards over there. Again, part of the reason we have this Kickstarter is to show our publisher that there's interest in this kind of book out there. We've had over 10,000 views of our ads that were put out promoting this. Closer to 11,000. Hey, there's Matthew Sainsbury. This is a first. Welcome him to the show.
Hey,
Matt,
welcome.
how you doing, brother?
Well, I'm hanging in here right now. Just hanging in here. This is the first time I've ever been on this.
Yes, it
program.
is.
Yeah,
this is first.
very
It's
much.
great to see you face to face.
Thanks.
So,
Hi there.
yeah, there's Ellery hiding behind the ads over here.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
really, I
glad
really,
you're
en-
here.
yeah, thanks very much. I really enjoyed your introduction to your new book on the Soar and Declare.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, it really speaks to what I've been dealing with in my life, with the loss I experienced recently and so too.
Right. Right.
Yeah, yes,
Well,
because
good. Well,
um,
I'm
yeah,
glad. Thank you.
yes, because I'm thinking about when I go and visit my dad again. The book by Will Bird himself. I was thinking about reading some of the content at the grave
Yeah.
site where my dad is. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Yeah.
It's interesting. I bought this book for about $8 or something online. This Ghosts Have Warm Hands. And
Yes.
it's his memoirs. Now this book is so limited out there. It's like $45 to buy this
Oh,
book.
okay.
But then I saw yesterday or the day before, and I didn't have the cash for it at the moment. So I put it
Mhm.
on, I put it in the basket, but it was the original hardcover. So a first
Oh,
edition. So it's a 100-year-old book. And
yeah.
that book, $48 for the
Mm-hmm.
original hardcover from an antiquarian
Mm-hmm.
bookseller. So I put that on hold. Hopefully I can
Oh,
pick that up before somebody else does.
yeah, because I managed to got mine from a lady here in her name is Mrs. Myrna Martinez, she brings in books from overseas.
Mm-hmm.
But she told me that the price of the book, due to it being used so many times, that she managed to try and get a lowest price to me that she could get, and that was 86 Barbados dollars. So it
Oh,
was
well,
a bit
now, what is
pricey.
that in American dollars? 86 Barbados dollars?
Yes.
So what, I'm not sure what that is. Let's see. Hold on. Let me ask Siri.
Yeah.
Hey, Siri, what are 86 Barbados dollars compared to United States dollars?
I found this on the web.
Oh, it's not telling me. It's just showing me the exchange. What's the exchange rate of the Barbados dollar? Well, that would be commensurate to what here? 86 Barbados dollars is 43 American dollars.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So there you go. It's roughly the
Mhm.
same price as what
All
you
right.
pay here. So for about that same price, I can get an original hardcover.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm looking to do that. Hey, Susie Q, good to see you. She came into the chat room.
No, that's nice.
Eh,
Yeah.
And good to have her. So what do you do in Barbados? What do you do for a living down there?
Well, the past few years, I had a problem with my heart, but at least it's
Yeah.
getting better now. So, since what I've experienced with the loss and so my dad and so, because he stood with me through a lot when I was ill. Also, my mom passed when I was nearly 8 years of age. So, the afterlife has been on my mind a little bit more
Sure.
than usual. Yeah. So I've been having some thoughts in my mind sometime and probably writing stories about people meeting loved ones again who have passed on or so.
Yes.
Things like that. And a positive story that would speak to people, who have been through a lot. That was been going through my mind recently, in recent
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now is the pardon my ignorance, is the language in Barbados, is it English? Is that the main language?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yes,
I was
it's
going to say
English, but
your English is very good, so you must have grown up with it.
yes.
So,
English is our language, but we also have some people here that can speak Spanish and French as well
mhm.
too. But Barbados also has this we call like dialect way of
Yes.
of speaking at times. Yeah, about certain things and topics you sometimes hearing about it because there's a guy that comes on. He does like political satire comedy. I was talking about the Ukraine-Russian conflict. And when he referred to Vladimir Putin, he made a comment in the British dialect by saying, "Oh, they got some mad people about in the world, that type of way like that." Sorry, Vladimir
Yeah.
Putin.
But,
Yeah,
down in Honduras,
yeah.
the locals sound pretty much like you do. They have that,
Okay.
what you could almost call the Caribbean lilt to
Yeah,
their voice, but
yes.
they speak in a my grandfather called it pidgin. It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of this mixture of English and Spanish.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's Portuguese that's in there as well, but they've got the very typical Jamaican kind of, how you doing, man, type of thing mixed
yeah,
into English and the Latino or the Latin
yes.
stuff, but they speak
Oh,
English.
yeah.
And you can understand them, but they'll come out with dialect.
Dialect
So
can be a little bit
it
funny
can
to some
be
people.
it can be fun.
Yes, 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 yes.
So hey, Field Guy came into the room, and Elderberry is there. Good to see you both. And so
My,
is it now you live there all the time, so people
Mhm.
think of Barbados and the Caribbean and the Virgin Islands and all of that as paradise. Do you
Yeah,
feel like you
tropical.
live in a little corner of paradise, or do you have nothing to compare to? I've always lived here. It's just what it is.
Well, I find that it has nice beaches. It's nice and warm. My dad told me that January, February, and March are the best times where we have the most tourists coming in.
Yeah.
And so because during the time of January, February, out there in England and the US and Canada, because my uncle lives in Canada, the blizzards can be very intense.
I'll
So
bet. Yeah. Well,
yeah,
Canada, that's basically up
yes,
here. We're about
yeah,
where I live up in the north of central United States.
mm-hmm.
You drive about 6 to 7 hours, you'll hit the Canadian border.
Water,
Um,
yes.
Rainey, what were you saying over there? Oh, Rainey said you sound a little bit, she's listening to you from way over there. And she said
Mm-hmm.
you sound like you have a little Irish lilt mixed in
Oh,
as
okay.
well. Now, my grandfather explained that to me once. He said there was a lot of, he said, believe it or not, the pirates from the
Mm-hmm.
British Isles that and the Spanish and all of that, that all of those languages, those accents, those dialects, all had an effect on the kind of language you saw that has emerged in the Caribbean islands in
Mm-hmm.
general
Yes,
today.
yes. Oh,
So
yeah.
maybe there is a little bit of Irish
Oh,
lilt you
yeah.
can hear in that.
Because there are some parts of the Caribbean that speak Dutch as well too. So
Dutch, yeah.
yeah, yes, yeah. So the languages, there are multicultural languages that circulate for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because Guyana, they speak English, but they're the only South American part of South America that has English as their tongue because all the rest are Spanish, especially
Yes.
Venezuela and all of that. Yeah, yeah.
Nice. Leslie Holker stopped in. She said, Amelia and I wanted to drop in and say we love you all. Happy Sunday. We're headed out with Andy to tap some maple trees. It's actually getting nice enough up here now. It's going to be in the 50s this week,
Yeah, we're
which is
starting to
nice.
warm up. Yeah, we're
Starting to
getting
warm
close.
up for spring. But what's
Yeah.
that, Rainey? Oh, Leslie, if you're still there, Rainey said save her some maple sugar, maple syrup. Oh, the sugar. Okay. The stuff they refine out.
Yeah.
It's the crystallized stuff when you tap a maple tree.
Oh,
And
okay. Yeah.
so Leslie, if you get any, save Rainey some maple sugar. She's asking.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had some friends in the next couple of towns over here in Wisconsin. They ran a maple syrup business on their property. They had a bunch of acreage and it was full of maple trees. And they go take a peg, a sharpened peg, and they tap it into the tree and they drain the sap and they refine that. They boil it, whatever they do to it. They don't add any chemicals or anything. They boil it off and homogenize it maybe. And they bottle it up and sell it every year. And that was one of their main money makers. And maple syrup on your pancakes or waffles right from the tree.
That's very
Pretty good
nice.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, because Canada is known for also making maple syrup. Maple leaf is their symbol, you know. The maple leaf of
Yes.
Canada.
The field guy says maple syrup, the official drink of Canada.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So there you go. So
Yeah.
what else is going on? What's it like if we all wanted to come down there and have an Intrepid Radio meetup in Barbados?
Well,
what would we do while we're there other than lay on the beach and drink in the sun?
I would say that
Barbados?
there are nice historical sites you can visit. You can visit Washington House. That's where he spent time with his brother because he came up with smallpox here and all. He was lucky to survive that.
Yeah.
So also there's the Animal Flower Cave. That's the top of our island in St. Lucie. And in that area, my dad told me that when you go there, the flowers there, when you go in there by them, they actually respond. If you're ready to touch them, they actually close up and close back up like that. That seems like if they're alive, like. called the Animal Flower Cave in St. Lucie. It's quite nice to go and visit. Yeah, there's
Nice.
other one. Yeah, there are pools also in Bathsheba, St. Joseph. And that part of Barbados is named after, Bathsheba, the wife of Uriah in the Bible itself.
Oh,
But but there was pools down there are so nice that when you go dipping in that, it has some therapeutic benefits. Like if you're having problems like sleeping or anything like that, it helps to calm and relax. Like,
yes.
yeah. So the nice places in the island to visit. Oh yes.
Nice. You have any good ghost stories, ghost places, haunted places down in Barbados?
I'm trying to research a place that I've heard that is oh dear, a lady told me the name of it in my mind. I can't remember it. I'll ask her again, but she told me Easy Hall. Easy Hall is the name of this place, and they say that it's haunted. It said that there's been apparitions there that people have seen. So I'll check it out further on that.
Would you call that Easy Hall?
Easy Hall, yes. Easy Hall.
EASY? EASY?
I think that's how it's spelled.
I'll have to look it up.
Further. Yeah, check it out further because there's one place I heard about in I think there's a church, a parish, Anglican church in Christchurch, in our parish in St. Louis in Barbados, where that there were people who put caskets and they were set up in a way that they were ready to be, I think they were ready to be organized for funeral or something. And apparently when the people came down to check on those caskets the next day, they were all thrown all over. Like someone tossed them all over about. And they put them back again in the original order, and then they came back and found it the same way. So that was
nice.
That's an apparition of thing. Yeah.
I'm looking at a picture of Easy Hall right now, and I might show that when we're done talking. I'll call it up and I'll show people what that place looks like. So it looks, I could live there. It looks like a nice place.
Yes.
Well, Matthew, it's great having you on.
Thanks very much
for joining me. Thanks for calling in. Good to see your face.
Yeah, I'm glad to see you too. It's nice. Yes.
And nice to hear your voice. So I'll see you again, and I'm going to take you off the screen, and we'll see you in the chat room, and we'll talk again sometime.
Thanks very much,
brother. You have a good day. So there you go. That was Matthew Sainsbury from Barbados. Very cool. Here, let me share my screen again, and I'll show you this. Here is Easy Hall that he was talking about. It's right here. I'm gonna go into some large photos here. Let's see if we can call it up. Easy Hall, Sandy Lane, and you know when you do a search, it's so interesting how Google searches take you sometimes everywhere you want to go except the place you're actually looking for. You put in Easy Hall and it goes, oh, easy chair manufacturers, here you go. Is this it? It was a plantation. Let's take a look at this and see if this is Easy Hall. Well, if it comes up. Not coming up. Let's just look at the picture. Open the image. Is that Easy Hall? It looks like some of the other photographs. So that would be the place that he says is purported to be haunted down there. 8 areas to stay in Barbados. Let's see. What else we got? What is that? Easy Hall Apartment. E. Let's open up that image. Take a look at that. Is that from Easy Hall? That's one of their apartments at Easy Hall. Maybe Easy Hall is, I have to read up about it, but find out what kind of place it is. Look at that view of the ocean. And so Easy Hall. That must be it. So there you go. That's where Matthew Sainsbury lives. Matthew Sainsbury lives on an island paradise, folks. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. There we are. Yeah, that was it, says Matthew Sainsbury. Believes so. I'm one of the 2% worldwide who has heard it. I'm not sure what you heard. You done any research on the hum of the earth? Grumpy, I have not, Doug. I have done no research on it, though we looked into it back when it was happening all the time. You had reports of that a few years back. And we looked into it back then. So that's an interesting thing. The hum of the earth. You've heard it, huh? You heard it down there in Louisiana, or were you somewhere else? And let's see what else we got going. Who else is in here? Who's talking? Matt Finn. Great conversation, Matthew. Yes, I agree, brother. That was so nice to have Matthew see his face and hear his voice. That was very fun. I enjoyed that. Maybe we should all look into an Intrepid Radio meetup in Barbados. I wonder what that would cost. Let's just look at something here. What are flights? Flights from, I'm going to go MSP, which is Minneapolis St. Paul International, to Barbados. Let's see what those are costing nowadays. Oh, really? $334. Well, that's Miami to Bridgetown. So you got to get to Miami first. So if you go from MSP, Minneapolis, St. Paul, where I am, to Bridgetown, one passenger, round trip, filter errors. Oh, departure. You got to put a departure in there. I'm just going to look it up. Let's put it a month out from now. The 12th of April. Okay. Search. Filter errors. Departure. Destination. One passenger. Let's go the 12th. And search. I'm not sure what it's doing. It says filter errors. But right here from Miami to Bridgetown, Barbados, is $334. And Miami being the hub that it is, you can almost get to Miami, I would think, even with the gas prices. Let's see what they're doing. And so if you fly to Miami from Minneapolis, filter errors. I don't know why that's showing me that. Prices from MSP to Miami. Let's see what they just come up with. $108 right now. If we signed up right now, it's $108 to get a flight from Minneapolis to Miami, then another $338 to get to. So you're looking at basically $450 round trip to fly to Barbados and back. That's not a bad price. So Dave Potter says, "Arr, I'll bring me pirate togs, I will. Arr." And yeah, wouldn't that be fun? That was the thing about my grandfather's island down there on Roatan. It was all once very populated by pirates. And I actually wrote a short story that I was converting into a screenplay, a science fiction that involved his island and sunken pirate ships and things like that. So I wrote that thing back in the mid-90s. So let's see. So we can all, Matt Fenn says, can we all fit on Matthew's floor to sleep? Yeah, Matthew, you got room for us all? What if a dozen of us came down there? I think that would be an awful lot of fun. Raini, you want to go to Barbados? Yay! I didn't ask you. You'd be at Grandma's. No. Mom and Dad would go to Barbados. I'd have to work on my beach body a little bit. Wouldn't take much. Maybe just a little Vaseline to shine up the muscles. No. My beach body. No. You know it, Dave Potter. You know it. We'll get our beach bodies in shape. Raini, she's glorious anyway. So, work on our beach bodies, go down to Barbados, Intrepid Radio, get together. I think that'd be kick-ass. So, Elderberry. Is that about your body? Elderberry, you don't have a good beach body? Like me? So, anyway. What do you know about what's what, tiny person? So, So that morning Guinness is going down very well. Breakfast in a can. And those of you who weren't here early on, Rainey got me these wonderful. Hey, Ellie, will you go over to the little fridge over there? Make yourself useful. On the door is that big brownish orangey can. Grab that for me, please. I know. Complain. Do anything and everything except if it's a task. I can't believe you're asking me. It's on the door. Lay it on its side. Whatever. Okay. So Rainey brought me home a bunch of these yesterday. And it's Guinness Nitro Cold Brew Coffee. It says cold brew coffee. And I was like, oh, man. I'm going to not brew coffee tomorrow morning for the radio show. I'm going to have one of these babies. I'm thinking it's like an energy drink, but it's coffee. Cold brew coffee, it says. And I slaked down about a third of one of these cans this morning before I poured it into the pint glass to make room for it in the pint glass. And then I noticed the small print right there. Beer with coffee. So I was mistaken. So there it is. I had beer for breakfast today, the breakfast of champions. But man, is this stuff good. Dave, if you haven't tried this, Matt, if you haven't tried it, anybody out there that if you like beer and you like coffee, there it is. Guinness Nitro Cold Brew Coffee beer. So there you go. So I don't know what the alcoholic content is on this. Let's see. Hold on. I need my cheaters. So because I'm an old man, I love beer. Just the right kind of beer. All right, let's see what our alcoholic content is on this. 12 fluid ounces, calorie. It's got 114 calories. Serving per container. I don't know how they figure this. 1.29 servings per container. They must be going on an 8-ounce serving or something like that. Why don't you just say, this can is 1 serving. How many people go, I'll have 2 servings of Guinness, please, in 1 can? Guinness is not beer. No, it's not, Grumpy Stack. It's something very different from beer. Upon opening, the famous round plastic widget in every can unleashes nitrogen through the beer. Calls it beer. Creamy head. Iconic surge. Rainey, stop swooning over there. It's got a creamy head with an iconic surge. Does that remind you? I had to put that on a shirt. Creamy head, iconic surge. What do you think of that, Rainey? I said, if I say to you the words and I go, creamy head, iconic surge. What does that do for you? Oh, what was that? It makes you hot? And I should get off the radio right now because you want me right now? Okay. There it is, folks. Straight from my wife. Alcoholic beverage, 4%. It's right on the front. Alcohol, 4% by volume. So it's not overtly alcoholic. But there you go. So it sounds like a yoga move, says Field Guy. Remember that, folks. Creamy head. Iconic surge. Boom. I'm going to have to do that on a t-shirt of some sort. Right there. Creamy head, iconic surge. Was it iconic? That was right? Creamy head and iconic surge. That's distinctively Guinness. Just put the little harp right here over the heart, the little harp, and put creamy head, iconic surge. That make a great shirt. Matthew Sainsbury, his birthday is the 18th of next month of April. Rainey's is the 29th of April. So how about that, folks? And so I should put that on my calendar. Let's do that right now. Matthew Sainsbury. It's a Monday. It's tax day here in the United States, which is usually the 15th. 15th is Friday, 16th. So they give you the weekend. I'm just going to put in here Matthew Sainsbury birthday. How old you going to be, Matthew? Don't look too old. Oh, my goodness, from Guinness. Oh, my goodness, my Guinness, Dave Potter says. That's right. That was one of their ad campaigns. The new slogan for Sunday morning. That's it. That's the new iconic surge. There it is. That's our new slogan. Creamy head, iconic surge. So 31 Matthew Sainsbury will be. You don't look a day over 25, brother. So you're aging well. So we should not pay taxes anymore, says Field Guy. I'm all for that. We shouldn't pay taxes. What you doing?
I missed the water bottle. One of the ones I printed up.
I don't know.
She wants to come pick it up, but I don't know where the water bottle is. So I don't know
Uh-oh.
to come pick it up.
I brought one and set one over there yesterday, but
Oh, where did you set it?
up on the shelf above your cutting board or above next to the cutting board where the other ones are standing. It was sitting on my desk. Yeah. I hope Rowan didn't take it. So Rainey's been selling left and right these water bottles, tin water bottles, like our tumblers, metal, and they're water bottles with a top on it. And she put the school logo, the high school, the Spartans here. And she just threw it up and said, I made this for my daughter. And we had all kinds of local people ordering. And so it's good. We were busy all day Friday just prepping a bunch of orders on that. So that was good for Rainey's business.
Oh my goodness.
And
so I have to be like, I just got a message from a guy.
yeah.
Only because I think it's somebody trying to want part in it in something. And I want to read this to you.
Okay.
I am over here. So it says, this is Anthony. You should make a bottle in memory of Coach. Maybe donate some of the profits to the football program. I would help you out if needed. I would look for nothing in return. Just be an honor for Coach.
Oh, well, there you go.
And,
Might have been good at his funeral.
right now, here's because I'm usually a jump reaction and I try to stop and think first before I say stuff. It's like, dude, my husband had a heart attack a couple days before Coach had his and died. But I didn't see anybody out there going, hey, let me help you out with bills.
Yeah.
We're self-employed. We do our own thing. It's
Yeah.
hard on us every time Scotty has a heart attack. Now, I didn't say that because that's none of his business. And it's none of yours either. So close your ears. But so
Yeah, it gets a little funny
I
around
sat
here.
for a second and I said, how many are you thinking you would like? And this is my offer to him. If you wanted to purchase the water bottles, I would be willing to do each bottle for $10 a piece, and you could charge whatever you want and sell them how you see fit.
There you go.
I'm like, dude, I don't have money. I
Yeah,
don't have money to
yeah.
buy 1,000 water bottles or whatever you think you're gonna sell, because
Yeah,
I didn't think I was gonna sell the 20 that I had left.
right.
And with all my luck, I'll get on another side swing and be like, yeah, this can make us money, but I just got lucky with this
Sure.
one. Nothing says I'm going to be lucky. And so,
It's nice. The things that take off seem to be the things that
Right.
somebody, you go, oh man, I wish I'd have done that. And you find out their story is they stumbled onto it. They said something and somebody said this and then boom, and they made a bunch. And how many of those have you done so far for
I did up
the
the
school?
20 that I have in my box. I've got 25 more on the way. I know a lot of people don't want the new water bottles that are coming in because they're straw. They want the twist off. But twist off, sorry to say, guys, I can only get these in China. I'm not going to get my water bottles from China until the end of April.
That's almost 6 weeks away.
So then it's like I don't even know too with purchasing what I've purchased. if I'll get in time and people still be on that bandwagon of wanting.
Sell them now.
Yeah. Well,
Sell now. And get your order in now so you don't miss out. And then they'll come in, and hopefully in a couple of weeks she'll have the bottles to print. That's for local school district here.
I'll have the new bottles with the straws coming in this week.
Yeah.
But I don't know who's gonna want those. But
That's cool.
The screw off, no straw top. It's gonna be 2 months before they get here.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
That is not.
But it's kind of nice. 20 doesn't sound like a lot. Until you realize we charge $30 a piece for those because of the cost of the mug, the cost of the imprint and the ink. You get all your costs out of the way, and of course there's no mailing on this, and there's no postage because it's all local for the high school. But
we had a friend who wanted to buy some for a shop, and they want a discount. I'll help you in a minute. They wanted a discount, and I understand that they're in their shop trying to raise money too, but it's like, gotta understand, I can't give you a
Wait, it was
price.
just for retail?
They wanted for retail.
They weren't raising money for a cause or something?
No, this is a different person I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Talking about a shop that wanted to buy water bottles.
Yeah, and we've sold some of them wholesale for retailers. The Star Trek mugs I did. We sold a bunch of those at retail or wholesale price. Right. And he has to pop on his profit on top of it. I wasn't talking about his.
I was talking about different shops.
Yeah.
But there's another person too, and they're like, can we get a better deal? And it's like, I can't give you a better deal when I don't make anything off of it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to run a business too.
It's okay to do it at a certain point, for a cause, and you don't make any money. But we're doing this to hopefully recoup the investment on the equipment and add some money to the coffers.
And maybe pay rent.
Maybe pay rent on time.
That'd be really nice.
So there you go.
I'm going to go help this kid because she's annoying.
Okay. Field guy's got about tree 50. Tree 50 what? 50 trees? So, oh my goodness. How do I get that Dave Potter? Hide the current comment. There we go. It's scrolled off the top. So yeah, you have to make them for a loss, and I make all the profit. There it is, Doug. So it's nice when she got a little surge on this, a little local surge, and that helps the cause a little bit because she's been sick the last 2 days. She can't do massage, and she only gets a certain amount of massages a week, a couple of days. But in the last 2 days, she's had to turn down what is potentially $300 to $500 worth of massage because she's sick and she can't spread that to other people. So, that's the way it works. Dave Potter says he loves the voice, Raini.
Can you get this open?
Yeah, I can. You still have not grasped the concept that I'm on the radio. No, I can't. You got to run that under hot water or something. The glue is glued shut. I'd have to take a wrench to it to open it because that's all.
I'll go get the
Yep, that's glue. It's glued shut, sweetheart. How about go run it under hot water first?
She's getting the wrench. God damn it.
That's right. Yeah. So that's my child who doesn't like to listen to what she's told to do.
I'm doing it now.
I'm doing it, and I'm doing it now. She says, I'm doing whatever the hell I want. Parent? Doesn't matter to me. So, field guy's looking for Preparation H to sponsor him. Go ahead. See if you can get him. And we tried to get Fig Newtons once. So, but that's Nabisco and all that, I think. Here you go. Here's your glue that's not working. Got to run it under hot water. It helps melt the glue down so you can open that lid. So, the small child here, because she's got nothing else to do, all she does is hang here when we're here all day. We tell her sometimes, well, you just go play and let us do our stuff that we got to get done. Constant. And I hate it, but this is the child you have to actually threaten to get them to do anything you ask them to do.
Yeah,
So, yeah. No, Rowan, Dave had a sleepover with friends of hers, twins from the old place across the street. So she's sleeping over there overnight. So will prep H to me. We'll send prep H to me. Do you need preparation H, field guy? We could take up an offering for your preparation H needs. So you have to make them for a loss, and I make all the profit, says Doug Stack. Yeah, there it is. That's the way it seems to work these days anyway. Everything is that way. You make something, you pour a lot of time into it, and the profits you make are either so measly that you're like, don't spend it all on a pound of butter. So I just keep seeing the Join Rump commercials. Andy had an idea. Uh-huh. Oh, and I had an idea. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, whatever. If I can peel some cash out of the marketing budget for some promotional gear, I'll be sure to check. Yeah, check in with Raini. Oh, that wasn't an ad. That wasn't us appealing to you to dig deep. I need you all to go over to the Kickstarter and help out with that Kickstarter. If we don't show that Kickstarter is advancing, that tends to work against the Kickstarter as well. Everybody's kind of, well, I'll wait till I have my paycheck in at the end of the month. Well, by the end of the month, we've got a day left, and then the Kickstarter's over. So do that now early. When people go in and they see that people are actually supporting it, that's when they will go, oh, I got to get in on this. Right now, we're 10%, a little over 10% funded, and we're almost halfway in. So now these things do tend to pick up toward the end. I get that. But so if you wanted to pick up this book, now's a good time to go do that. And I would appreciate that from all of you. If you want to get this book, go to this Kickstarter. It not only supports the Kickstarter, it shows our publisher that people are interested in. There's the link to the Kickstarter, by the way. Oh, Matt Finn threw it up there. Thank you, Matt Finn. I threw up the short link. If you go over there and you want to share it, if you look at the main page when it comes up and it says, it's got the video picture, then to the right, it says how much has been pledged, $2,111 with 28 backers so far, 18 days to go. In the green field, it says back this project. That's the link. Right underneath that, it's got a remind me, it's got a Facebook, a Twitter, and an email symbol, then the little greater than, less than with a slash in the middle. You click on that, and there's a link there. It's the short link, and you can copy that instead of pasting that big, long-ass link around everywhere. So there you go. Thank you, Matt Finn, by the way. So, and that's really the big push for this, is trying to show our publisher that there's enough interest that it can fund the publishing of the book, that there's enough interest in it for him to want to continue doing this with other books in the future. If we demonstrate that we couldn't raise enough interest to even fund this book, is he apt to do another one? There's the big question. So we're really hoping that people who like what I do and like the book and like history and all of that and the stories in the book, and that they'll come in and they'll make a pledge over there. Keep in mind, make a pledge today doesn't come out unless we reach our goal. You won't be charged anything unless the goal is reached at the end of the month. March 31st is the last day. So there you go. Mbada, says Steph, Cuervo Queen. So scroll up, Grumpy Stack. What else we got going on there? Looks outside. There's no sun on Sunday. We got sun. We got bright, sunshiny sun today. Look at that. I don't know. I don't know if you can actually see out there, or it blots it all. Because here, if I adjust the camera lighting by doing that, that doesn't work. But it's bright sunshine out there. That's all I'm telling you. So, boom. This is my little end of the studio over here. And you know what? You know we've been doing this almost 2 hours? We started 2 hours ago.
Put a beer in you, you don't stop.
Put a beer in me, I don't stop, said Raini. Yeah, you need to feed me more beer. She says. So when I finish this, we'll be finishing the show. So, all right. So, no, an hour ago, Scotty, I could have sworn I saw 11. What the hell? I was just looking at that and I said 11:58. Oh, you know what I was seeing? Probably the minute. I added seconds to the clock because of the new radio show. And I only had the hour and the minutes. Now I got the hour, minutes, and seconds. I was seeing without my glasses the 11 minute and 58 seconds. So, yeah, I thought it didn't seem like an hour had gone by. More than an hour. So, there you go. It's me looking at the clock with fuzzy eyes. So, it's 10:12. Yes. I thought it was 11 and 11:48 when I glanced at it. But it was 10:11:48. So there you go. Steph says it's breezy in Daytona. Let's see, in his cups. Not me. Not one beer consumed slowly over an hour. That doesn't get me in my cups, I can tell you that. Let's see. I can't copy and paste it, but I still see the link. What are you looking for a link for? Sorry, I don't have to StreamYard. The StreamYard. Oh, Doug, here. I can invite you. Here, let me copy that link. Here's the StreamYard link if you wanted to call in. Boom. There it is in the chat room. Lightly snowing where Matt Finn is. Lucky Smith says, Scotty, you work too hard. If you want to end the show, it's time to end the show. Sunday is for relaxing. Thank you, Lucky. And I might. Right around 10 o'clock. Hey, there's Doug Stack. Let's bring him up.
If you're with me, nuh-uh.
Why are you omnipresent this morning? Whatever. Hey, skinny man.
How's it going?
How you doing?
I'm all right.
All right.
I had called in for some reason, and I don't remember why now. No,
It'll come to you.
Oh, that Kickstarter. I wanted to let you know. I had pledged for that.
I saw you do that.
I think the Legionnaires one.
Okay, cool.
Now,
thank you.
With that, huh?
Thank you very much, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome. I was just wondering with the tumbler. Is it just one tumbler? Like, do you get a choice of which one tumbler you want?
No, so far I've only got the one done with Marius Abruzzo on it.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm just curious, did anybody ever catch the names yet? And all the people that listen to, has anybody caught on to anybody's names yet?
What kind of names? Oh, I don't know. For all the reading I've done and stuff, you know who Marius Abruzzo is, right?
Of course, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, his brother, do you know his brothers' names by any chance? His two brothers that fought in the wars with him? They're minor characters in the book.
Well, I know Marius Abruzzo.
Marius Abruzzo and his brothers Cestus and Luigius.
Oh.
Now, Luigi's totally manufactured name.
Isn't Will's brother Steve?
Yep, his brother was Steve Bird.
Because you know what I was thinking, what would have been a good one is like a tumbler with Steve actually talking to Will in the bunker.
You know, that might be nice. Artwork that's not in the book, and we put it on a tumbler. I can do that.
Yeah, that
So
that would be a
that's
cool.
not a bad
I
idea.
think a cool tumbler.
That's not a bad idea. I can see it with Will standing there facing his brother. His brother kind of faded into the black a little bit. He's the ghost of his brother. Yeah,
And I mean, I know it's a lot of artwork, but over Steve's brother, a little like a ghostly figure of Mario's behind him.
Yeah, that might be kind of cool.
I mean, that's a lot of work, though.
It's a little bit. I'm an illustrator. It's what I do. So,
now, I have a question for the tumblers.
Yes, sir.
As far as I know Raini did the one for the local schools.
Right.
Those aren't like trademarked. You don't have to have permission from the schools to do that.
If we do, we don't know that. It's the high school logo. It's team spirit. If the school came down on local people for we did those signs, yard signs supporting the high school in New Richmond, and people were buying them up and putting them up. Well, then the school said we got to get on that, and they started making their own signs.
Well, I was gonna say, I think a lot of schools use the same designs. So like we made a New Richmond Tigers one. I think a lot of places upgrade kind of as they go, and other schools use that tiger image. And there's other Spartan images out there. Scotty did an Osceola School one too, and Osceola School is the chieftains, and it's a native man with two tomahawks crossed.
And Osceola is a Native American tribe, and
the girl that was having Scotty put it together for him was like, I don't think that's politically correct anymore. She's like, so can you just make
they dropped the school dropped the picture of the Indians, and they've got an O. There's an O is their logo.
That's ridiculous.
And it's like, is this zero? Is your team zero? No, it's an O. It stands for Osceola.
This one's burnt because I was color testing it. But
this is their new logo. Now this is backwards because it's a transfer. This is that school's logo now. Used to have the profile, an ink drawing of an Indian chief in Osceola with two tomahawks crossed. Now they had to remove that because it's not politically correct.
Yeah.
So, I don't know why they don't teach. A chief is a great man and runs a tribe. And he's just a freaking president.
Yeah.
Like calling him the Osceola president.
Yeah.
Except our president's very smart.
So if you have a mug that, will you please step away? Oh my God. Just obnoxious and totally. I love my child, but there's a level where you say, do this, and they don't do it, or you're like, okay, that's enough.
Well, Scotty, I know how she feels because I am the baby of the family as well. So I always want to
go. There it is.
Just remember, your mommy loved you the most.
That's right.
Your mommy loved you the most. You were the baby.
And by the way, folks,
isn't that right? Doesn't mommy
if you
love
think
you the
this
most?
is just a radio thing with the little child, what do you think it's like kissing my wife?
On a phone call, just a phone call. It's like just pulling the phone away. Who is it? It's like, give me my phone back.
And when you see pictures I post on my social media and my Facebook that's got the family or Raini and me, and there's the little one right in the middle.
She's pushing in like.
It's because every time Raini and I try to take a picture, the little one wants to get right in the middle.
Help her. She's got glitter on her eye.
Oh.
Well, here she comes.
So, I think you need to go away now.
I think
Minnie
no.
Mama.
Not that I don't love you, but
Go away, Minnie Mama.
go away.
No,
I've had see. It's not that I don't love her. It's that I've had my fill.
you don't love me.
No, I don't. There it is.
You're my favorite baby.
I have a question for, like, say, I wanted to do something for the high school football team.
Sure.
And I guess it starts up in August or whatever. How long before would I need to give you?
It depends on how many you need. We like Friday. is when Rainey started getting people saying, "Can I have one of those mugs?" That just started Friday morning, and we produced 20, 30 of them on Friday. I do the art up and lay it out and put the names in. We personalize them for people for an extra $5. And these are what she's got.
I'm coming back in.
Here, hold on.
So
I'm
if
gonna.
it's something like this that you want.
Oh, here. Got to get that into the light. It's
instead of a.
So that kind of a. That's the water bottle.
The straw.
Yeah, I think.
Instead of a straw, these are really hard to get right now.
I mean,
go ahead.
I don't need it until probably August or so, but so I got time.
Sure.
But those actually look pretty decent, like because you could throw a straw in that.
Sure you can.
Well, I have straw ones
She
coming.
just ordered the straw ones this week.
It just flips up. It's not the plastic straw. It's the black.
The little flip up straw, you know.
It's a big black piece like this. It flips.
Because she couldn't get these anymore. Supply chain. But
believe me, I know it's supply chain.
Yeah, I'll bet you do.
A month and a half to 2 months out to order these. So if this is what you want, I need to know now.
Yeah, we can print them in a day.
Yeah.
If she's got the tumblers in, she can print up, 50 of them in a day.
And the really awesome thing about these ones is it comes with a screw top like this.
Yeah.
So you can screw that in and switch them out.
You can take these off and switch them out.
That's what I like.
So that's the one for the New Richmond Tigers. And then I did a thing where we took all the sports and I did icons of them. This one's obviously hockey. Does this one have the other sports on it?
Set that in front of the heater.
That's got volleyball, and my kid does volleyball and track. So we did volleyball and track, and we got all the different sports represented in icons that we put in and personalize them. And so I've got the master all set up with all of them in there. We just turn them on and off depending on which one they are. And so there's the Somerset where we live. That's the Somerset Spartan logo. And by the way, when we were first doing this, they were doing Somerset Strong shirts a couple of years ago. Yeah. And their school mascot was a guy in a helmet like this for Somerset Spartans. But he was wearing a Roman helmet. And I said to the school, you do realize that your mascot is wearing a Roman helmet. I said, maybe it's not a big deal to anybody, but that's not a Spartan. That's a Roman. You got a Roman on your Spartan logo.
And then
soon enough,
probably a month later, I came across the principal and was like, hey.
Yeah, your logo.
Said, we have a school board meeting tonight. I said,
so they changed it, and that's the new logo now.
That's an awesome logo, though.
And seriously, like a month after, they changed everything. It was awesome.
His name is Sparty.
Thank you for that input.
Well, yeah. Now with those tumblers, are they epoxied after you put them, or? Okay, that's good.
They just you can see here, like the Star Trek ones I did. Mm-hmm. You can see the finish on that. That's just the finish that comes out when it's baked on.
If you want to epoxy them.
This was an off print. It's got that stripe.
Can.
Yeah, I know the epoxy takes a lot longer to do.
It does. It takes like 18 hours to set, and you got to have them continuously spinning.
Yeah.
I've seen the ones because there's a lot of people who don't have the sublimation printers, and so they use their crickets or circuits or whatever silhouettes, and they do the vinyl cutout and plaster them on, and then epoxy. And
yeah, that's what my wife and my daughter they do that every once in a while, and it's a hassle.
And I'm sure it's smelly too.
That's right, Peel Guy. That's how she's got to bake them. She's got to tape them all up so they're nice and snug and put them in the oven for like 4 minutes or something.
With the sublimation ink, it turns into a gas when it's hot and then sucks into the enamel, I guess.
So there you go.
But if you want to have them enamel them, you're more than welcome to, because they will. Rowan's pretty hard with her. She's always got the handle and she's flicking it and she's dropped it. She's got about 3 scratches in it, but she's hard on it. She's even busted the plastic top already. I couldn't get it off. And I'm like, oh man, you got to come ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely I'm gonna get in contact with you because I probably want to start off with about 20 to 25
Yeah.
Easy.
and see how it goes.
Sure.
Because down here there's the school that I have that my daughter goes to. She's graduating in May with from, but I
Yeah.
have some of her friends that are still on the football team, and I want to do something for the football team. You know, I buy them from you, and then I do like a fundraiser for the football team.
That's cool. Just let Rainey know when you're ready to look into that, and just know we might need time to order product if she doesn't have product on hand.
Oh yeah.
So stuff like that, but she'll work all that stuff out with you.
All right, sounds
Cool.
good.
She'll work you out a good price too, I'm sure.
Oh my God, this kid is annoying the crap out of me.
I
Oh,
know
yeah.
it's gonna be a little more expensive because of the shipping, but I'm good with that.
Hey,
Well,
child,
I can
I need
tell
you
the last time I shipped
to
out,
go
when
upstairs
did we ship out,
or
like
in the
16
bedroom, your bedroom back there, and watch
tumblers.
TV or
Now
something.
these water bottles weigh a
Go
little
do
bit
something.
more.
Don't
but
ignore
I
me.
think it was $27
Go do what I
to
asked you to
ship
do.
out.
You're
So-
becoming annoying to Mom.
Did
Go.
you ever have any of those?
I have to get up and help you.
What
That
was
would be
it?
a problem.
The pepper jellies that I gave Scotty.
No.
Okay, you didn't get a chance. You didn't get a chance.
Yeah, I got those
Well,
in Louisiana. I don't know if she ever got to try one
I
of
don't
those.
think they even made it up here.
no,
The ghost
probably not.
salt did, I
The
think.
ghost salt did, and I didn't realize it was ghost salt, and I just grabbed it and sprinkled it in the water because it was boiling noodles. Oh my God, I walked in the kitchen, I'm like, ah. It was terrible. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So I just beeped
But-
myself out.
The same time I brought Scotty those jellies. I sent one up to my friend who lives in right outside of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Yeah.
And the shipping on those and this was what, last year. So the shipping on those were $56. So I know
Wow.
shipping costs.
We sent 18 of the Star Trek tumblers to Russ Hesselage, who used to own Odyssey Radio, to sell in his shop. And that box of 18 of those cost us about I thought it was $28.
Yeah, 27 something.
To ship to Ohio. So
Well, it's going higher.
it is. Ain't that everything is?
Well,
I blame Putin.
Yeah, it's all Putin's fault. But
Oh, it's all Putin's fault.
they're starting to send or charge
gotta
us.
drink.
They're charging us fuel surcharge on ordering tires now.
Wow.
Terrible.
Yeah, so
it's like you have to. They can't make money if the gas costs 3 times what it used to. What's that do to their profits? Nothing. They're spending money to.
I'm gonna go over here and take her.
they broke it down on the website and said, "Listen, we have to charge a fuel surcharge now. Last year it was it was $2.12 for diesel. Now it's $5 for diesel."
And I'm going to tell
they
you
broke
something.
it down.
Biden is starting to use the Obama line without saying it this way. Just use different terms. Well, we all need to tighten our belts, and pitch in, and everybody. That's the way Biden's starting to sound. This is going to be a tough time, and we all gotta tighten our belts and do our thing. It's like, that's not the solution. So
I've been staying away from all news. I know it's getting bad. I try to avoid all politics and all news at all costs. But I mean, you can't do it unless you put blinders on and don't listen to anything.
I've tried to avoid being political. I put up a few posts on my Facebook, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
But man, that's why Rocky and Ron got into doing alternative realities.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm doing more. I'm going to make mention of a lot less politics than I used to. Thank you. There we go. That's from my daughter. So,
but that one thing about the hum that I was talking about. Remember, the worldwide
the Earth hum.
Yeah. that's a pretty interesting field to research, because not a lot of people have felt it. I felt it when I lived in up on Long Island in New York, and every time I go back, it's like a constant hum. I don't know what it is.
Interesting.
It's not to explain it. It's more of a feel and not a audible thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but that would be some sort of topic, like on a night show, if you do some research or something like that, and get into it. I think it would be interesting for some people, because I'll tell you, ever since I left Long Island, I haven't heard the hum down here. But I went back about 5 years ago, and as soon as I got back to Long Island, I felt it and I heard it, and it was like, I wanted to be out of that place. There's a lot of things that go on Long Island that not many people are aware of.
What little like what? Give us some more.
I think it has to do with a lot of, if you've ever looked well, Stranger Things, the first season was loosely based on stuff that was going on Long Island back in the I guess 60s, 70s, and 80s. Montauk, the little fort out in Montauk or whatever it is.
Yeah,
they had the Montauk Project.
Yeah,
there's a lot of strange stuff that went on Long Island, and the Brookhaven Laboratories.
Wow.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of things, a lot of manipulation that goes on up there.
Yeah, that's interesting stuff. There's all kinds of interesting stuff like that to look into. So,
yeah,
you know what, I think because we are becoming more and more and more tuned into the supernatural side of life and of the universe, especially over the last 10, 15 years. This whole thing, like with ghosts, people are more accepting that they exist because more and more people are experiencing it. It's becoming more commonplace. The same with all these kind of earth mysteries that are going on. It's become a lot more commonplace. And so, because we're seeing more and more and more of it. Yeah. So I think there's a lot of stuff out there to start looking into, start exploring, and so on. By the way, are you like hiding out in your van there? You're like, I'm in my van.
Yeah, I'm in my truck in my driveway. Normally I would have the truck running. Yeah. I'd have the truck running for heat, but because it's in the 30s today. But with gas prices being $4 a gallon, I can't have it running.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. Yeah, in the mornings here when it's 4 degrees outside, Rainey's like, "Don't start the car," because I'm taking the kids to school. It wastes gas. And I'm like, I'll let the car run for 5 minutes and eat the gas rather than drive to school in 4 degrees. We get 15 miles per gallon on this thing. It's a Buick. Costs $60 to fill our car. A little Buick. What is it? A Rendezvous.
I got 40 cents off a gallon at the local gas station the other day. I was at a little over a quarter of a tank. I put $60 in, so I was paying $3.59. Yeah, I put 60 in, and it got me to the F line, but not all the way.
What did you say gas is here now in Somerset and New Richmond? Is it over 4? 4.09 here in diesel went up $2 a gallon last week.
Diesel over here is at $4.99.
Yep. And everybody's saying, well, what does gas prices have to do with all the people defending Biden? Or what does gas prices have to do with Biden closing down the XL pipeline, Keystone XL?
It's
the first day in office.
What was it? It's only at $4 and $5 a gallon because we don't have mean tweets.
That's right.
That's the only reason.
That's pretty much it. So, yeah, I have a bunch of people. I'm like, why is everybody up in arms? And you got people on the left and the right that are telling Biden, hey, stop buying Russian gas and open up our pipelines. Everybody's saying that to him. It's not just a conservative thing.
Yeah.
This is a national thing, folks. I'm not talking politics here. I'm talking Biden's politicking. The left is politicking. The administration is politicking. We're the people that are saying, hey, fix this problem. And so there you go. 519, Sean Bowden says, at Whidbey Island. And it was 409 here in little rural Wisconsin. And about an hour from Minneapolis, St. Paul.
I mean, we're right near all the refineries and everything, and we're paying
that's all
$4.
Lake Charles. Well, Lake Charles is all refineries.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not in Lake Charles. You're an hour and a half north of there. But
yeah.
So,
but it's all. I mean, it's
pricing.
hitting us too. I mean, but
hey,
then
Sean
again,
Bowden,
I hear stories all the time that we go up higher than some of the other places because we're so close.
Yeah. Hey, Sean Biden. Sean Bowden, where's Whidbey Island exactly? What state are you in? What major metro area is Whidbey Island closest to? I'm just curious. I don't know.
It's on the opposite side of Could Be Island.
Could Be Island instead of Would-Be Island. Whidbey Island. So, I think with the delay here, we got to wait for his response to come in on that. So, Field Guy says, Louisiana has so many refineries, we make a lot of the gas. Yeah, there it is. Biden's funny, says Matthew Sainsbury. Yeah, he's funny, all right. You should see the hair on his legs as the kids rub his legs in the swimming pool.
I love little kids jumping on my lap.
That's it.
Sorry. I don't want to get you a strike.
Rainey said there's a meme that shows the three witches from Hocus Pocus saying, we smell children. And then there's Biden in the corner going, so do I. Nice. So I didn't. Oh, Washington State. That's right. I remember that now, Sean Bowden. So Sean is in Washington State, Whidbey Island. Is that up Puget Sound area up there in Washington, Sean? I was just curious. So I could look it up, I could. I'm just curious now. Whidbey Island, Washington. Let's see where it shows us. Whidbey Island in Island County, Washington. The map shows you it's got to be Puget Sound. Isn't that all there is up there? Is Puget Sound. So yeah, there's Whidbey Island. You're across from. I'm just looking to see what are the big cities around you. They're just Seattle's to the south. Shows about less than 20 miles to Seattle. So there you go. And I was up there in Washington State doing a painting on somebody. So they flew me out to do, I think it was Camano Island. Yeah, there it is right there. Camano Island, just to the north of Whidbey Island. I was there 5 years ago. It was the month before I had my heart surgery. She flew me out and I did a mural on her wall and was out there for 3 days and finished that 3 or 4 days. And so that's where I was, a gorgeous part of the country up there. I could live up there. So very nice. And so there you are.
Well, I got to tap out. I got to go
all right,
lunch at the in-laws.
Good to see you. Glad to have you here today. And we'll talk to you again soon.
All right.
All right. By the way, this has been an archive. See you later. All right, guys. I think I'm going to do what Doug's been doing too. It's now 10:41. Look at that. The last hour has gone by without even thinking about it. Since I said, since I thought it was almost noon. Now it's almost 11. It'll be almost 11. So in 20 minutes anyway. 19. So I think I'm going to start wrapping this up. Sean Bowden says, I see the lights at night from Seattle. Probably at only about 20 miles. Yeah, I would think so. There's times the western sky here is all lit up, and we're about 35 miles from the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. So hopefully I won't lose my voice like Raini has. I feel it already. So it's the who is it? Matt Finn says Trueberry, although I'd argue it's the Khazarian mafia that's infiltrated the global establishments. That's interesting, Matt Finn. I know nothing about that. Project Skyfalls says, wow. So what's going on, Skyfalls? Good to see you. And I kind of see your picture there. The clock or something behind you. Is that a parasol or an umbrella or whatever? So good to have you here today. And if any of you have come in and I've missed you as you come in, it's because I'm not paying close attention to the chat room. If you've slipped in. So let's see. My show began at 10 a.m. Barbados time, which is 9 a.m. here. I've been seeing it at 11 a.m. here. Must be the clock. Yeah, our clock switched back. You don't have daylight savings time. Yeah, we lost an hour last night. So it's an hour earlier here than it was yesterday. But the clock is an hour later. Something like that. So daylight savings time was last night, field guy. So your cell phone, if it's hooked up to the system, that cell phone should have changed the time for you. It would have been 9:43 right now, yesterday. But it's now 10:43. So there you go. Yep, that's today. It's already happened, field guy. We're in daylight savings time. So Matt Finn says their empire was one built in the trade routes of Europe and allowed them to infiltrate the travelers going through their region. Yeah, you might be right about their influence still. That's like the Mercers and the wool trade and so on, or the Chinese, the Silk Road. All of those things had their influences in different times. The government stole an hour of my off day, da bastards, says field guy. There you go. Yeah, now was yesterday, tomorrow is then. You're right. Yes. All right, folks, I'm going to wrap this up. I've about had it for the day. I'm going to go relax with my wife, and I'm sure my child will make her presence known every time my wife and I sit down to do something or stand together or cook together or whatever. Child will be right there. And so, anyway, that's it. I want to wish you all a fantastic rest of your weekend. Thank you for being here. And remember, tomorrow night, Monday through Friday, we are back live again. You can catch us here on the YouTube channel, 9 p.m. The show officially starts at 9:04:25. So we'll have a couple of minutes to BS, and then we'll launch into the show. And then, of course, what did Ryan Gale say? Do I have to pay money to be on your show? No? Are you trying to get in? Well, what's happening, Ryan? I just saw a message notification come up. I don't know where that came from. So, Ryan, are you there in the chat room today? I'm just curious. I don't see you.
That's fine.
So, no, Ryan, just call it up. No pay. Ryan called into the show the other night, Friday night, by accident. So, and we put him on. So, nope, it's always free to call into the show. And by the way, if you want to be a member of this channel, I haven't said this for almost 6 months. If you want to be a member of my YouTube channel, you can go over and check out the membership. Sign up, subscribe. It's only going to get better and better now. We're on Odyssey Radio. You can find the show playing here Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. Central. You can find it over on the Odyssey Radio Facebook page, and it also plays over on the Spreaker page, and probably a couple other things we could link up as well, but that's where we are so far. This is the place you come if you want to chat. Well, no, you can chat in the Facebook page too, over on Odyssey. Odyssey Radio Facebook page. Remember, Odyssey is misspelled for the radio. It's ODYSY Radio. So there you go. Susie, did you hide Ryan? Yeah, where's Ryan? Ryan Gale, where'd you go? So he's working with me, with John Driscoll, our publisher, Manitou Free Traders Press. So go on over to the Kickstarter, and I'm going to post that link one more time for those of you who are just dying to go over there and pledge your book. We need your pledge, because that will show other people that people are pledging. And it doesn't come out of your card until if we've made our goal. And that won't be till after March 31st that we know that. So there it is. That's our Kickstarter for The Sword and the Clay. Go get your book and look at the other rewards and see what you can do as well. We've had some of you have come in and gone for those higher reward brackets that help put money into the publishing effort to show our publisher that there is interest out there in this type of work. So I need you guys. It ain't coming from anywhere else. Now, if we don't make our goal, the book will probably go into publication, and we'll have to start looking at distribution circuits and so on like that. And you can still get your book, but this shows our publisher that it's worth his effort to do this. And so I would appreciate it if you guys can. Yes, you can, Matthew Sainsbury. It charges you for it over at Kickstarter, though. It will charge your postage. And I believe it's not more than $10 or $15, something like that. So I don't know exactly. I think you have to put in your address. So the non-domestic to the United States is a little higher price for shipping. And so there you go. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. And you know what? I'll see you here tomorrow night and every night this week over on Odyssey Radio or right here. So you know what? I just want to wish you live long and prosper. Boom.